raise his game. I'm Larry Elder with another Elder Minute.
Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 Eastern, it's Wines du Jour on CRN with our very own Les Kincaid from Las Vegas. What's the show about, Les?
Well, every week we do something very unique. We bring in 3 wines from a particular winery, and we have a group of local people come to an upscale restaurant. We taste the food from the restaurant to pair with each one of those wines, and we have a great time doing it. We talk about the wines, we talk about the food, talk about the restaurant, and of course that's about it.
All on CRN. Don't miss it.
Live across America, the PM Show with Mike Horn on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
PM Show Weekend Edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. How are you? I'm Michael Horn. Glad to have you with us. Scott St. James with us here on the Weekend Edition. Hello, Scott. How was your week?
Well, thank you. Well, I actually felt good, but what I really liked was that music you just played.
That's our theme
I like
song.
That a lot.
I love it. Get you going. Paul Stern with us as well. How's your week going, Paul?
Going very well. Glad to be here.
Big presidential debate this week. We'll talk about it. It was on Fox. I'm getting kind of, I like Fox News. I think they are fair and balanced, but, sometimes they grind something into the ground and it's like they've got all the sound bites from the Republican debate and they're playing them over and over and over again. And after a while, it's like time to move on, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Well, I think Fox is pretty proud of themselves. They put on
a good show. It's a good debate.
It was a spectacular debate.
And sort of I love it because it backlashed on them because Megyn Kelly, the fair-haired woman there at Fox News, and Chris, what's his name?
Wallace.
Yeah, Chris Wallace, Mike Wallace's son. Chris Wallace, I understand, he thinks he's his dad. He tries to go for the jugular, does it in a softer style. But Megyn Kelly's starting to go for that jugular, and they sort of tried to team up on Donald Trump. And while Donald Trump probably didn't answer the questions as well as he could have, the overwhelming poll numbers are showing that he won the debate. And so the backlash is now they think that Megyn Kelly and Chris Wallace were mean-spirited, and Brett Baier also there with the group. I thought Brett was about the best.
Yeah,
but
don't leave out Brett Baier.
Yeah, Brett Baier, who just upped himself with it. Those guys make a lot of money on contracts. You were a newsman, Scott St. James. It can be lucrative at times, can't it?
Yes, it can. Going back to what you're referring to, though, about the beautiful woman that Fox says, I think she's starting to believe herself too much.
I agree with you.
And so I eventually somebody's got to slap her down. No, I don't mean.
Now you sound like Donald Trump.
Well, no, I don't mean physically, yes. but she does. She needs to get a thing about back down. You've made your point, but back down. First of all, what we're concerning ourselves with now is who's going to be the next president of the United States. But you're going to be walking around and tell us how smart you are. Yeah, we know that, but back up.
We like
back
it. We know
up.
it. I agree with you. It's when the reporters become the news story.
Yeah, too much.
That's when I have a problem. You need to be reporting on the story. And
too
I think
much.
Sometimes now I thought Megyn Kelly, or rather Martha McCollum and Bill Hemmer did a great job on the earlier debate. They did a fine job just asking the questions. Anyway, on today's show, the lovely Elizabeth Shatner is going to be here. She's going to be talking about her interactive Into the Light exhibit, which is going on, I think, now through the end of August. It's on. So we're going to talk about this, and you can see this at the in Lexington, Kentucky. If you're going to be traveling around, we'll give you some time at the Rick Scaff Gallery. So she'll tell us all about that in our next segment, and then we'll get into the debate a little bit, get into some of the news stories, TV shows, Jon Stewart's last show. Who cares? Paul, have you ever seen his show one time?
I'm actually sorry to say I have never seen the program.
I've never seen the
program.
Scott St. James, have you ever watched the show?
Now what show are you talking about?
Never mind.
I know the guy. I know who you're talking about.
People love him, but I've never watched the show, so who cares?
There's a lot of shows that I haven't seen. So I'm not maybe the judge.
Doug Steffen had one of his crew there at the show, and they were saying he was bawling on the sidelines over there. The guy's making like $25 million a year. I'd be bawling too when I realized they just quit and lost that paycheck. That's a big. Come on, what's wrong with you? Take a pay cut to 20. It's still good.
The founder of Lumber Liquid
Liquidators has returned and is taking us back to basics so you can get the best selection of quality hardwood at the best price. This week, get clearance deals on pre-finished hardwood starting at $129. Hand-scraped Tobacco Road acacia for much less than what you pay elsewhere. More from 59 cents and 18 months financing.
Hi, I'm Tom Sullivan. I started Lumber Liquidators over 20 years ago with the basic idea, cutting out the middlemen, just good wood at a good price.
Sales going on now. Visit lumberliquidators.com to find a store near you.
Welcome to Staples.
Hi, Staples guy. I have to get my kids ready for back to school.
Staples has tons of deals, like one subject notebooks for just 25 cents. So they'll be 110% ready.
Wait a minute, that's 10% more ready than 100% ready.
That's right.
Yeah, I was a math major.
I could tell.
Make low prices happen. Make 110% ready happen. Staples. Make more happen. Right now, Lexar S50 16GB flash drives are just $6.99.
Offer valid while supplies last. Limit 5 per customer. Ends 8/8/15.
Welcome back here to the PM Show Weekend Edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn with the legendary Scott St. James, all decked out in his brand new CRN radio shirt.
And thank you. I like this. Thank you very much. I put it on today for the first time, and this is a cool shirt.
He's looking pretty good. Paul Stern, of course, never wearing a CRN shirt. Just in his old T-shirt.
I like to wear the CRN shirt for those special occasions.
Give me a couple more of these things.
I will do that.
I'll have them all over the country.
Okay. And I'm, of course, attired in one of my fine Tommy Bahama shirts here for you. And Tomas,
I like this a lot.
CRN shirt? Yeah, he's got his CRN shirt on too.
Kind of represent.
All right. Now, not wearing the CRN shirt, but looking very attractive is our guest here on the show today. This is a fabulous woman. This is a fabulous artist. Her name is Elizabeth Shatner, Bill Shatner's wife. But Liz is a horse person. She is one of she wins belt buckles. She competes in reining and has trained horses and is a horse judge. But she has gotten into this artwork where she's gotten into cameras and lighting. And I can't totally explain it to you, but I have one of her photographs. And it's called Monet-ishness, and I love the whole beauty of the color of Monet, and the Monet-ishness kind of gives you that whole nice feeling as you look at it. Liz Shatner, welcome to the broadcast.
Hi, Mike. Always good to be here with you guys. I got to get one of those T-shirts.
Oh, well, we're going to get, Liz, I have a shirt for you. I do. I will get you one of those shirts.
Okay, great. I can't wait. What color is it?
Okay,
what
color is it? I love it.
We have ladies. You don't want the ladies style. I think we have like
I like this.
We have a green and a blue for
whatever.
you.
I'll wear anything you give me. But and by the way, I just want to mention something here.
I was giving it to Liz, but that's okay. I'll give you a lady shirt
as well.
No.
Okay.
I got it on my T-shirt.
My first thought here is, what a combination is this husband and wife, huh?
They're pretty cool.
We're talking to some serious, but both of you people are just doing all kinds of things. I think it's terrific.
So Liz, I mentioned here at the beginning of the show, you've got, I want to first talk about what you do. Explain to people your procedure with the artwork that you do.
Well, Michael, you mentioned Monet-ishness, and that was a piece that I crafted off of an image that was derived from just reflections on a lily pond and inspired by the artist Monet because of his famous water lily series.
Yes.
And so oftentimes in that series, I was inspired by previous artists, and how do we do that with modern technology? And really it just started all in just adult playing with the camera and going from film to digital. And that's how Monet-ishness was created. Since then, I've gotten into exploring, and since you got that piece, Michael, the Kentucky Museum of Art found a piece of mine and made me signature artist at their event a year or so ago at an event called Art in Bloom. And I was able to go and have a wonderful space and right alongside artists like other photographers that are well known and throughout history. So I was honored to do that. And they chose the image Crystal Light to be that event's image and signature piece, which we fundraised with for the museum. But with that image was derived by taking light that was refracted through a crystal vase and putting a dead bloom into it. and then taking a picture of that. And it just happened naturally. And then with many of my images, it becomes symbolic. So the light, the refracted light, became symbolic for source, and the image, the dead bloom, became symbolic or an identification with human beings that, or people or things, living things that are at the end of their life cycle or maybe not peak. And so illuminated by beautiful refracted sunlight, this dead bloom became this thing of beauty. And it's just all of the colors of sunlight on this dead bloom. So I took that idea, that giclée, and the art museum let me run with an idea, a concept art project, which during the event I got to experiment with projecting. I thought, what would it feel like to step into the projected sunlight, all of the colors of sunlight on our body? And what would that feel like? That would be an immersive art. So the giclée then turned into, this image then turned into not only a giclée, but then a projected, an immersive art project. So people started at the museum walking into the light, and we asked them, invited them to become their own artists, so become their own original and take the picture of themselves on their own cell phone. So then they would own it. They could craft it however they wanted, edit it, put filters on it, and if they wanted to be part of a community art project, to upload it into a website called intothelight.me. And that, so just from the one image, we coined a phrase called exponential art. So from that one moment in time, one image, then that evolved into people participating into this immersive art project, Into the Light, and getting the sunlight all over them, all the colors. They got to take their pictures, and then the ones that participated and uploaded their originals into the light.me, they got to be part of a mosaic for that event.
Wow.
And I'm choosing spirals because spirals are like sacred geometry, repetitive shapes in nature. So I thought we could never probably find, they're always a shape of a spiral around, a different shape. So I'm making the mosaic spirals. It's the shape of our galaxy, shape of probably many cells, and lots of cultural symbolism within spirals. So I'm picking those to make the mosaics. And now this one, the art show that is on now, the exhibition, is at Rick Scalf's Gallery in Lexington, Kentucky, right on Main Street. It's been open for a couple months, a couple weeks. And when it's open, I go there and on the opening day, and we pop into the light with whoever shows up, and it's big fun. It turned out to be kind of like a party where you lighten up.
Yeah, you lighten up and you're part of the whole scene. So the pictures that I have, the Monet-ishness that I have was
yes.
you made a giclée of that, but it was photographed with the light using the flowers, and in this case you talked about the lily pond, the lily pad or whatever, and the Monet with all the colors and
water.
And the water, and you would do all this, and it's a beautiful picture that I have, in my family room, in my bar that I have there with the light shining on it, because it just gives off wonderful colors and things. Now, you go from there to where you had the crystal and you had the bloom, the dead bloom inside there, and the light and the whole thing.
Right,
so now you're doing this selfie thing. We have people walk into the light and they take a picture of themselves, and then you build a mosaic from that with these individual, like if I took my picture, I'd be part of your artwork then, correct?
Exactly. So then it becomes a community art project for that event. So it really can be any event. We can project this at any event, and you can have, instead of just a picture of the people posing in a portrait, you can make an artistic piece of that event, and the people have fun doing it too, because some people seriously go in to feel better, maybe bring people that are compromised physically or emotionally, mentally into the light. Some people, I love to go into it with my mom, who's 94, and just capture those pictures of, it's capturing a moment of love between people, because we do, since it's an impressionistic and lots of colorful things, we ask people to express themselves. It's funny what happens. At first they'll stand there like a portrait, and then what happens is they get into it.
Hold on, we're going to get into it a little bit more. Liz Shatner is with us. We've got an art exhibit extraordinaire here on the PM Show. CRN travelers, relax at the beautiful Fountain Grove Inn and Conference Center in Santa Rosa, California. Come to quality and come to luxury. Experience the newly renovated guest rooms. They're generously sized and they're decorated in the Tuscan tradition. They have great, incredible pillow-top mattresses, luxurious linens, and down-filled comforters. The Fountain Grove Inn also offers complimentary Wi-Fi and internet access. There's warm cookies and coffee every evening in the hotel lobby, and you can visit the newly remodeled Equus Restaurant and Equus Lounge with its new wine bar. It's the ideal place to relax and enjoy a glass of wine and watch our What's Cooking on Wine show on CRN with host Larry Van Alst on Wednesdays. It's the Fountain Grove Inn, Hotel, and Conference Center located in the heart of Sonoma wine country. It's easily located in Santa Rosa off the 101 Fountain Grove Parkway exit. Call 707-578-6101. That's 707-578-6101 or visit fountaingroveinns.com.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names.
Really?
They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
If you're struggling to find reliable senior living information for your mom or dad, then call or go online to get the free help you need during this turbulent time. Call now, 800-471-5173, 800-471-5173.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson. Attention men who've taken Androgel or any other testosterone therapy products. Androgel or other low-T products have been linked to heart attack, stroke, pulmonary embolism, deep vein thrombosis, even death. Scientific studies indicate that the use of testosterone therapy products may double a man's risk of heart attack. If you or a loved one took Androgel or a testosterone therapy product and suffered from a heart attack, stroke, pulmonary embolism, deep vein thrombosis, or any other cardiac event, you might be entitled to financial compensation. You have rights, and you need to let us fight for your rights. And you pay no fees unless we win. So call the tort attorneys right now. 800-557-7921. 800-557-7921. That's 800-557-7921. Cases may be referred to participating law firms in your jurisdiction.
PM Show Weekend Edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn. Scott St. James is with us. Paul Stern is here. Tomas pressing the buttons. Courtney Cadera, our executive producer, and the lovely, the talented, the wonderful Elizabeth Shatler is on the line with us. Liz Shatner, of course, the famed artist and horse person. She's traveling all over. She's got horse shows coming up and all this stuff, and it's just amazing when you follow. But she does, if you just joined us here, she does a great thing with photography and art, and I have one of her works. There's been showings, they've had sales, they've been at auctions, they've been at charities with these great pieces of work, and my piece is called Monet-ishness, and it caught my eye and my ear because I love Monet. It's got the colors that Monet had with the lily pads, the lily pond, and all that kind of stuff with those water lilies, and so she has that going with she takes a photograph with the light shining on it, and it creates all these different colors. She went then and put, the next step was to put a crystal with a bloom inside there, and then put the light into it, the life of light, and shining that in there. And now she's doing these mosaics where she takes pictures where you, as an individual, when she has her gallery work, walk into the light, take a selfie, and if you want it used, you become part of the mosaic. I'm getting this down correctly. Am I right, Liz?
That is right. It is. It's like this one that is up right now at Rick Scalf's Gallery. You can see it on my website, ElizabethShatnerArt.com, and click the Into the Light.me exhibit and see it like that. If you're having a hard time following what the concept is, but it is like an immersive community art projects where people can come and interact with it. And we call it exponential art because it started with one image, and now we've had it at 3 galleries, this one exhibit, the Into the Light exhibit, and numerous people have stepped into it. We make these mosaics, and now the next step is not only making the spiral mosaic, but the intention is to then craft prayer flags and patchwork quilts from each spiral mosaic from each event with all of the participants. So it truly becomes a joining, a uniting of every single person that participated.
It's just fabulous. I've seen some of these, and you put them in a spiral that you put them into, and if they want to see this project, they can go to intothelight.me. Is that right?
Yeah, or ElizabethShatnerArt.com.
All right, there's your website.
I think we have Monetist up. You can see kind of some of the other collections, Monetist, and we have a horse collection inspired by not only the culture of horses, but the history of horse show and old horse prints, and that one I called Unbridled, that series, and then just some flower series as well. But this one that's up now at Rick Scalf Gallery in Lexington, Kentucky, is up until, I think they said September 5th.
Oh, September 5th, so it's been extended. Yeah. It was August 30th, and this is in Lexington, Kentucky. Yeah, those of you listening around the country, we know it's there through August 30th, maybe September 5th. It's at the Rick Scalf Gallery, R-I-C-K, Rick, S-C-A-L-F, Scalf Gallery, G-A-L-L-E-R-Y. You can go to rickscalfgallery.com to check it out. And some of your other work there, too, like some of your other giclées and things posted there at the artwork as well?
Well, yes, but mostly just the light. We have inner light, which is another medium. We took light and backlit the image, so people can play with that. There's interesting scientific fact about light increasing and decreasing, and how mood can increase and decrease with that. So it's also kind of that's another interaction. I have also a piece up I call Courage, and it's derived from the inside of a flower, but it looks like the Thinker, the statue of the Thinker. I saw that in it. And what I have is, I've put that up and invited people to come in and pay tribute to our troops and their families and our appreciation for them. So they can write, we call that the Courage Tribute Board. And that's how we're merging art, the community service of art, and also showing our appreciation for our military, our
wounded veterans, everyone. This is fabulous work. And
it's like a graffiti board.
It's a
graffiti board. We're calling it Courage, and I believe if it's not up on our website, it will be up soon, and that's to help support my charity, the All Glory Project.
And again, you can check it all out at ElizabethShatnerArt.com. Now, be careful, because if your husband Bill steps into the light, last time he did that, as Captain Kirk, he ended up on Rigel 12 right next to a Klingon warlord. So I would be very careful if he goes into the light. You got to be careful.
He's not been into the light with me, but it could be really interesting. But he came before we really evolved, and he's not ever synchronized with.
Well, we got to get you two into the light. I mean, that's something we got to get to. And okay, I got to just give you the websites here now. ElizabethShatnerArt.com, ELIZABETH. There's your Elizabeth Shatner, SHATNER, ART.com. Check it all out. You can find out about all this stuff, IntoTheLight.me and more. Liz Shatner, we love you. Thanks for being with us.
Love you too, Michael, and I'm looking forward to that T-shirt. Hey, we can trade T-shirts. I've got an Into the Light T-shirt for you.
Coming on its way. Summer's hottest wine and barbecue event of the season is coming up August 14th through the 16th as the Santa Rita Wine Growers Alliance presents Wine and Fire in Santa Rita Hills in beautiful Santa Barbara wine country. Over 40 Santa Rita Hills wine growers and producers will be joined by barbecue chefs and local farmers dishing up the best barbecue the Lompoc Valley has to offer. Join the Friday night barn party kickoff and the Saturday morning barbecue blast seminar and lunch at Sanford and Benedict Barn. Saturday evening is the grand tasting at the La Purísima Mission. Each event will be showcasing different wines and wood-fired foods along with live music. Sponsored by the Santa Rita Hills Wine Growers Alliance and Explore Lompoc, we invite you to come for the wine and stay for the weekend. Plan your visit at Explore Lompoc for lodging accommodations and information on the Lompoc Valley. Wine and Fire tickets are available at Night Out and at starritahills.com/winefire. That's STARITA hills.com/wine-fire.
Are you nearing eligibility for Medicare benefits? Then you know now is an important time in your life. Medicare benefits can be a complicated puzzle. You don't want to overpay for your Medicare coverage or get the wrong plan. Let Health Markets Insurance Agency help you. With one free phone call, a licensed insurance agent will help you select a Medicare plan that's right for you and your budget. If you're becoming eligible for Medicare, call today and learn how to get the most out of your benefits.
800-793-1960. 800-793-1960.
Health Markets Insurance Agency is the DBA or assumed name of InSphere Insurance Solutions, Inc., which is an authorized insurance agency in all 50 states and the District of Columbia. Not all agents are licensed to sell all products. Service and product availability varies by state.
Call 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960.
Have you ever considered adding a home security system but thought it would be too expensive? Here's the good news. There's never been a more affordable time to help protect your home, valuables, and your loved ones. You can now get a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, with the installation of a new ADT monitored system. Here's even better news. Your new system, worth $850, is free. You pay just a $99 installation charge and purchase monthly monitoring for less than $2 a day. Call Protect Your Home today at 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. Get the peace of mind that comes with owning an ADT monitored system, plus a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home. Call now, 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. 36-month monitoring contract required. General terms and conditions apply. Visit protectyourhome.com/terms.
Welcome to Staples.
Hi, Staples guy. I need to get my kids ready for back to school.
Well, Staples has everything they need at low prices, like comp books for just 50 cents, so they'll be 110% ready.
Wait, that's 10% more ready than totally ready.
Yep.
That extra 10% evens it all out.
Sorry?
Well, I'm usually 10 minutes late getting them to school, so.
That doesn't even it out.
Yeah, sure it does.
Make low prices happen. Make 110% ready happen. Staples. Make more happen. Right now, Lexar S50 16 gigabyte flash drives are just $6.99.
Offer valid while supplies last. Limit 5 per customer. Ends 8/8/15.
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Call right now and receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call 1-800-785-9618. Donate your car today. That's 1-800-785-9618.
This is the weirdest show you will ever listen to, the PM show, weekend edition. With yours truly, Michael Horn, Scott St. James, Paul Stern. Thank goodness we had the lovely Elizabeth Shatner there to bring some decorum into the show. Now, it's all holds, no holds barred here on the show. Scott St. James, legendary radio TV personality. Paul Stern, of course, co-host of this show with yours truly, Michael Horn, on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Somehow we got talking about beehives. I just told these guys, I kind of got to work late today before the show because my 101-year-old aunt passed away, and I have been asked to officiate at the graveside service, and it's a kind of a gargantuan task when you have, the emotional feelings going on. At the same time, you have to kind of keep yourself composed and maybe spread some great news about this person too. It'll be a small audience because she was 101 years old, for God's sakes. I'm glad I'm still here for the funeral, but hopefully I will be tomorrow here when it comes up. But somehow you, Paul Stern, started talking about bees, and then what was the beehive story?
Well, this was actually a really unfortunate story, and it's not really it's certainly no laughing matter. But I was watching the news this week, and on the news there was a report of a construction worker out in Riverside, California, that while he was going about, I guess, the process of grading a pavement
right.
for a parking lot at a Walmart, at a local Walmart. They're going to, add a parking lot to the facility, and they were grading it in preparation for laying the asphalt. They went over an electrical box that, unbeknownst to the crew, housed a beehive.
Uh-oh.
And I don't know all the particulars, but what ended up happening was a kind of a high school friend of mine who was out there on the job site, who was there at the location, ended up getting, stung to death. He actually,
your high school buddy?
Yeah, he was a 49-year-old Douglas Queen, a friend of mine from high school.
Wow.
Out there in Riverside, California.
So the bees attacked him,
The bees attacked him. There was nothing that anybody could do to stop it. And then by the time, all of the dust cleared and settled, and they got him to the hospital, he had passed away.
Now, what prompted you to tell that story after I talked about my 101-year-old aunt? Was it her passing?
It was her.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
Mentioned the passing.
And then Scott St. James, you had a beehive story. Now this kind of degenerated down into you. What happened with you now?
Well, I was a very young kid, and we were in Germany. My dad was a military guy at the time, and so we're in Germany. And I've got a BB gun, and I've also got a dog with me, a German Shepherd.
Oh, now Germany, it's good to have a German Shepherd.
Yeah,
you don't want to have any foo-foo dog there. You want a German Shepherd.
Yeah, well, I had done a lot of things as a child at that particular
time. They bark
time.
like Commandant.
Yeah, well, and I've got this BB gun, and I'm really stupid. I got this BB gun, and I'm popping away at a beehive, and I don't know any better because I'm a kid. Pop, pop, pop. I look back on this, and I could just imagine that the queen bee. You see that little punk kid down there? Go down there and take care of him. My dog would do anything
to take care of you, right?
And all these bees started coming, after me, and I look back on that. My dog was like, Scott, I love you, but I'm out of here. And bang! I got whacked pretty good.
How many stings?
I don't know. That was a long time ago, but
you're lucky to be with us.
I got taken, and then some people came along, and I was all right.
People think that bees have bee brains, or they're pretty intelligent if they can see that kid there shooting. Dangerous. So you threw a rock at a beehive, right?
I did. I once saw the beehive in the backyard, and it looked kind of harmless. So I thought, let me go ahead and get rid of this thing, and I'll see if I can kind of upset it a little bit.
Yeah,
and hit it with a rock.
A lot of people do that, but we don't stop and think about how stupid that is. But we do it.
My brother, because we were on fixed income like Marco Rubio, and we lived paycheck to paycheck as children. We had bicycles, like old bikes, and so we didn't have enough money to buy one of those horns that go honk, 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 one of those things. So he decided he was going to make a siren, so he got a glass jar, and he was able to capture bees, not from the hive, but off the tree as they were pollinating the orange blossoms, and he'd catch them inside this jar, and he had holes in the top of it, and then the bees were all, just steamed up inside, and they're going,
yeah, they get agitated.
And he'd put it on his bicycle so that he could be the police officer. So that was fine until it came time to release the bees. And we decided we're going to loosen of course, I was a young kid. I was like miles away. I think, we were in Sunland. I was in downtown Long Beach waiting for him to go ahead. He'd loosen the top, and then he'd throw it, and then it wouldn't come off, and they loosen it, and then we'd run into the house and slam the door because we knew that those bees would come after us.
Yeah, and maybe get in the house.
It's a terrible story, I'm telling you.
Well, I was telling Matt Bassance out in the front office.
He was stung just this day, but it was done by a bee.
No, he told me that in order to get the bees off of you, if you've ever been swarmed by a bee,
yes,
like a beehive, and they all kind of attack you, you got to use water. Water will then weigh them down so they can't fly and go after you.
Is that what it is?
That's what he said.
So, but what if you're wet to begin with? Is that a protective coating?
I think it could be. Yeah, I think it was even.
They go in the pool, and if you're not careful and get them out of your pool, they'll attach on you and give you a little shot.
That's what Jose actually said. That if you're ever chased by bees, get a straw and then just sit in.
Oh, would you stop? Now, Jose did not say that. Like the old Tarzan movie with leads and stuff where Tarzan, Jose's not coming in here to tell that warped story of getting underneath a pool with a reed like Tarzan used to do when the natives were attacking. Tarzan, not want white man come here and he go, no, we're not. I don't need Jose. We don't need it. There's no confirmation. I don't want Jose was at my house one time when I wondered why when he was swimming, he asked for a straw. It has to be a bigger straw. You can't breathe through one of those little teeny straws.
Just wait it
out.
Use
one of those reeds.
Just wait it out.
Breathe through. It's this is one of the most preposterous stories I've ever heard of in my life.
That's what he said. Just read it out.
Now,
well, like you said, anything goes here.
Anything goes. I told you the show would degenerate here. Now, on Tuesday, good news here, Matthew McConaughey and his wife took to social media. They had some great news. This is great. With all the talk about the illegals and building the walls and getting out the illegals out of this country, which I say yes, that's a good thing to do. Matthew McConaughey and his wife did it the right way. So she was from Brazil and she decided to remain in the United States at age 15 with an aunt in California, no English speaking abilities. And, so she became a citizen. And, Camila Alves is her name, and, she is now a, citizen of the United States. So his wife, Camila Alves, officially becoming a U.S. citizen. I think that's wonderful news.
Yeah, she probably became a citizen because she married McConaughey.
No, she had to go through the citizenship route. You still have to do that if you do it the right way.
I don't think you do. I think you automatically
Unless you're Barack Obama, you can have anybody come in there and live next door to you.
Come on, somebody bail me out on that. I think if you marry an American citizen, then all of a sudden you're automatically a citizen.
Well, she became a U.S. citizen here when she did it. She visited an aunt in California with no English-speaking abilities, and the aunt, which is a maid and a waitress for 4 years, before finding better opportunities. So now she has an American passport. It's just a wonderful story, and I don't think it should be besmirched with you saying, well, once you get married. And maybe that's correct, but it would ruin my whole presentation.
What would an extra $250 a month mean to you? For some, it's a little financial breathing room. For others, it's a car payment, a home repair, or help with college tuition. Hi, I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans, and I've got some great news if you're looking to save money on your mortgage. All it takes is a simple phone call to Quicken Loans at 800-QUICKEN to see if you qualify for the government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. Folks who refinance with HARP can save an average of $250 a month. That's $3,000 a year. Our home loan experts fully understand the HARP guidelines, and they'll walk you through our streamlined process. And for 5 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction. And this year, for the first time, they've also ranked us highest in mortgage servicing. Call 800-QUICKEN or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Visit jdpower.com for award information. Important terms and conditions apply. Call us for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed law 50 states and MLS number 3030.
Hi, here's your delivery from Staples.com.
Thanks, Staples guy. My office is starving. Got any snacks?
Staples has pretzels, granola bars, energy bars, trail mix, all at a low price.
Nuts?
Cashews, almonds, pistachios, pecans, walnuts.
Chips?
Potato chips, corn chips, whole grain chips, gluten-free chips.
Whoa, that's a lot of snacks.
We also have antacids. Tablet antacids, liquid antacids. Make on budget happen, make break time happen. Staples, make more happen. Now at Staples, get a 42-ounce bag of M&M's milk chocolate or peanut candy for just $8.99.
Offer valid on SKU 689508 and 689504 and 523 while supplies last. See store staples.com for details.
The founder of Lumber Liquidators has returned and is taking us back to basics so you can get the best selection of quality hardwood at the best price. This week, get clearance deals on pre-finished hardwood starting at $129. Hand-scraped tobacco road acacia for much less than what you pay elsewhere. More from 59 cents and 18 months financing.
Hi, I'm Tom Sullivan. I started Lumber Liquidators over 20 years ago with the basic idea, cutting out the middlemen, just good wood at a good price.
Sales going on now. Visit lumberliquidators.com to find a store near you.
See, Courtney, our executive producer, says that they won't deport you once you get married, but you still have to become a citizen, and that's what Camila Alves did. She went through all the testing and everything and became a citizen, having her own passport. She has respect for this country, and she did it the right way. So you illegals, eat your heart out about that one. And she didn't need to be in any kind of a safe city, one of those safety ground cities that they have around the country, safe havens. Good for Matthew McConaughey. It's very nice. Donald Trump would be proud of him here on the show. By the way, when you're sitting in the water and the bees are attacking and you're down there and you got your little reed tube up there, what if one of those little bees, those pesky bees, decides to crawl down that reed tube? There goes your air supply. What do you think about that, Scott St. James?
Well, I never had to experience that, but fortunately for me, I only had that one experience, and now I just stay the hell away from bees.
Good. Well, now, last week we talked about Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy split up. You know, they had that at the big press tour that they had. I'm sure some kind of shenanigans. But here's some good news. Jennifer Aniston's been hanging out with this Justin Theroux guy. He was in that HBO series. I forget where, the Dead or something or whatever in there. He's like tattooed up. He's a pretty good actor, by the way. And they had this intimate backyard wedding. Oh. Everybody thought they were going to get married. They finally had the wedding. And they got hitched Wednesday. Their Bel Air home in the backyard. I think that's fabulous news for them. They had the backyard wedding. They had a romantic scene, and it was just very nice. Some of the people who were there, let's see, Howard Stern showed up. How did he get to go there?
The guest list?
Yeah, Howard Stern showed up.
God.
I mean, and his wife Beth. And, let's see, who else was there? Courtney Cox, of course, there, Lisa Kudrow. I understand all of those, Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow. I was listening to the What's Trending Today show, and I've heard that they're very nice people from people that have, met them. Chelsea Handler was there, Jason Bateman, Emily Blunt.
Chelsea Handler.
Yeah. John Krasinski, Ellen DeGeneres was there, Portia de Rossi, her partner, Will Arnett, Tobey Maguire, Jennifer Meyer, Lake Bell, remember she was on with William Shatner in that Boston Legal show, Scott Campbell, Jimmy Kimmel showed up there, and so there you have it. I don't believe did you get an invitation at all, Scott St. James?
No, I didn't.
I didn't either, Paul.
No, but they should have filmed it. Like, remember the Kardashians? They did that thing where they filmed their wedding.
That's where Hillary was hanging out with the Kardashians last night. That she's really helping herself in the poll. Get the big, you know.
I would have liked to have been at that party. That wedding would have been a good affair.
It would have been nice. I would like to have been there. I would have given a nice gift as well too.
Jennifer Aniston.
Sad news: Donald Sterling and his lovely wife Shelley Sterling are divorcing. He was the former Clippers owner, and remember he was had his mistress there, V, just the letter V, Stiviano, and he sold the Clippers after she taped comments of him that weren't exactly wonderful comments
about Magic Johnson.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Scott, you don't have any kind of Donald Sterling stories or anything yet? Any interaction with the former owner of the Clippers?
Well, when I was doing the sports, and I was around him a lot, but because
did he ever say anything to you?
Well, not anything about somebody that was going to cause anybody any trouble. No, it's I got along with the guy just fine because I'd go out there for a Clippers thing to get ready for my TV show, and also I'd be over at the Lakers thing too. You know, with all of those people. So you get around those people, and usually they're not going to be saying things like he did. You know, later on, you just don't because you've got reporters coming up and stuff. You're not going to say anything stupid unless you are stupid.
I think they got a little more in a comfortable position when he was with V. Stiviano. They took their stockings off and they were kind of sitting there.
Well, I understand that, but he shouldn't have been popping off about Magic.
She shouldn't have had a tape recorder.
Stupid.
Oh, yeah, he went on those interviews.
Yeah, she was trying to screw him up with that. I think that's what I think.
Yes, I think she was. Now, Jon Stewart in the news, of course, as I mentioned, he was brought to tears because Stephen Colbert. Is Stephen Colbert the guy who's taken over for Letterman some year? I mean, how long does Stephen Colbert have to prepare to take over for David Letterman? I mean, couldn't he just take over the next day? They've been showing, actually, they're getting pretty good ratings with the reruns they're showing. Maybe they don't need a late night show.
Have they been showing reruns?
Yeah, sick of NCIS and all that. After 16 years on the air and faking the news and people believing it's real news, finally Jon Stewart has been dumped out of The Daily Show. He says he quit. I think he was probably pushed out, probably making a little too much money. What do you guys think?
Well, like we talked earlier, neither one of us saw this show.
No, he had his final episode last night, and Roberta from the Doug Steffen show was there, and she said he was bawling in the corner like a little kid, and he had a lot of his correspondents there with him: Steve Carell, Samantha Bee, Ed Helms, John Oliver, Wyatt Cenac, all these people I've never heard of. Louis Black, Mo Rocca, some of these I've heard of.
How did Roberta Fasanelli get on into the show?
She's, I think, one of his reporters, or was set to go next week, but apparently decided to quit. Anyway, he got really heartfelt, and then Stephen Colbert came on, and I don't know. sad to see that he's crying, but I mean, come on. Barack Obama was sending notes to him. Tom Arnold sent notes. Seinfeld, Chelsea Clinton, George Takei said tonight in the Republican Party debate, broadcasting his final show, Jon Stewart says, politics is now so funny, we don't need comedians. George Takei is like an old fart. They should just cart him off into the Klingon factory and see if they can refurbish this man with these tweets. I'll tell you one thing. Donald Trump sent him a tweet to Jon Stewart. It's quite simple. You're fired. That was it. I made that up. That didn't really happen.
Making it out like it's like the last Johnny Carson episode.
Barack Obama said this. I love Barack Obama when he becomes like the superstar entertainer. Here's his tweet. He said, "You've been a great gift to the country." President Obama to Jon Stewart on At the Daily Show. Bond at hashtag John Voyage. What? You know, he's signing a treaty into a place that's going to murder us all with atomic bombs, but let's have some yucks with Jon Stewart. I think a president should remain presidential and not communicate with some of these people and tweet around. When is that guy out of office? Just bring any of those guys in from the Republican Party. Put them all in there. Stick Trump right in there. He'll dust the place out for you a little bit.
Well, be careful what you wish for.
Oh, it'll be great. Can't wait. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante in Fullerton, California for our sizzling party savings. Book your wedding event or reception, your birthday bash, or a special event of any kind and celebrate at Angelo's and Vinci's. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's and celebrate in one of our many festive banquet rooms. It's an incredible fun event you'll never forget. Food, music, and lots of fun. Call for the details, and don't forget our daily lunch and dinners, plus our Sunday champagne brunch. Just $14.95. Minestrone soup, sausage and peppers, pastas, chicken dishes, salads, scones, and muffins. Plus so much more, a chocolate fondue fountain, Zeppelis, cannolis, fresh fruit, champagne, and Junior will be waiting to make the omelet of your choice from our omelet bar. Angelo's and Vinci's has been voted on the Orange County Hot List as one of the top 5 Italian restaurants for the past 6 years. And don't forget our award-winning pizzas. Thin or thick, they're yummy. It's all at Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022, 714-879-4022.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
CRN travelers, relax at the beautiful Fountain Grove Inn and Conference Center in Santa Rosa, California. Come to quality and come to luxury. Experience the newly renovated guest rooms. They're generously sized and they're decorated in the Tuscan tradition. They have great, incredible pillow-top mattresses, luxurious linens, and down-filled comforters. The Fountain Grove Inn also offers complimentary Wi-Fi and internet access. There's warm cookies and coffee every evening in the hotel lobby, and you can visit the newly remodeled Equus Restaurant and Equus Lounge with its new wine bar. It's the ideal place to relax and enjoy a glass of wine and watch our What's Cooking on Wine show on CRN with host Larry Van Alst on Wednesdays. It's the Fountain Grove Inn, Hotel, and Conference Center located in the heart of Sonoma wine country. It's easily located in Santa Rosa off the 101 Fountain Grove Parkway exit. Call 707-578-6101. That's 707-578-6101 or visit fountaingroveinns.com. Welcome back here to the PM Show, weekend edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn along with the fabulous Scott St. James and Paul Stern. Mariah Carey's going to join, they say, Empire next season, but apparently an official deal is not yet in place. But she got a star on the Walk of Fame. I didn't realize Mariah Carey hadn't had a star, and she's going to be doing that show. No details on what the role will be in the show. Brad Paisley is set to be a mentor on The Voice with Blake Shelton. Now, Blake is getting divorced, right? Yep. And he was married to, what's her name?
Miranda Lambert.
Miranda Lambert, yeah. And so apparently Brad is going to be helping him out right now, mentoring on The Voice and be part of Team Blake. It starts September 21st.
Should be mentoring on divorce court.
Well, it's Hollywood, man.
Speaking of that, Ben Affleck, he and Jennifer Garner's kind of split up.
Yeah, they did.
They're done. Yep. She's a beautiful, lovely lady, and I think he's probably a good-looking leading man. They're saying they've seen these trailers now, and Batman, finally Ben Affleck gets to be Batman, and now he loses his Batgirl, Jennifer Garner.
Yeah, he has.
They got a couple of kids, don't they? That's sad when they break up
three,
like that.
I think.
3 kids. So, anyway, people are saying you said, Scotty, people are liking Ben Affleck, the studio head.
Yeah.
Thinking he's going to be a great Batman.
Yeah, that's that means the price is going up for him.
Can't we just get one Batman that does it all the time? Do we have to keep changing it all the time?
Well, maybe it will.
Every time
maybe this is going to be the one.
Different Batman. I just get used to one Batman and there's another. Imagine if we did that with James Bond. Yeah, maybe we did.
We do. Yeah, we do.
But they did them for a while. Come on.
Yeah.
Right? Just that George Lazenby just did it once and then thought that he could get more money. His agent talked him out of having the role for a while. Anybody ever hear of George Lazenby? Oh, I think I saw him at the Hollywood Stars autograph signing show.
Right.
People would walk up to us and go, who are you?
Yeah.
Don't say that.
I sound like Don Rickles. Right? Sorry. He's been on the show. He's a very nice man, but
who are you?
I did see some people with puzzled looks on their faces. They went, who's that guy? Oh, he was James Bond once. Yeah. At least they could have killed him or something as the American agent. Felix got took it one time. Felix, the agent, that was the American agent helping James Bond. He took it. John Cryer is in the news. He's heading into surgery on NCIS. He's going to have scrubs for the premiere of NCIS where he's going to play Dr. Taft. Going to be a Navy surgeon who has Gibbs' life in his hands after he was shot in the season finale. Ooh. So this will be kind of interesting.
And he might not come back.
What do you mean? John Cryer or Gibbs?
No, Gibbs, because...
You mean Cryer might kill him? Well, he's not a very good surgeon. I think he's a comedian.
It's something we're going to be looking forward to find out if he's going to come back, because it's his call. It's his call, because the bosses don't want him to leave, but he's talking about, maybe
who plays the role of Gibbs?
That's a guy who was a football player. I can't think of his name right now.
Not Mark Harmon, is it?
Mark Harmon, yes.
Oh, he's the star of the show. If they don't bring Harmon back, NCIS is done.
Well,
his dad actually was a football player.
He's leaning.
Mark was on Dancing with the Stars.
Well, no. He was a big star in college. As a football player. Yes, he was.
Okay, I'm not going to argue with you, Scotty. Okay. You knew the whole Beehive story, so you got it there. And Community, was on NBC for 5 years, canceled, then Sony picked it up and was streaming it at Yahoo Screen, and now they're saying it might be canceled again. As far as I'm concerned, once it left NBC, it was done. I'm sorry. You know how to tune that stuff in, the channel selector on your computer to watch some of that stuff? Scott, you watch things on Netflix and all those?
Well, I don't watch it on, not Netflix, no, I do on demand.
On demand?
Yeah.
No Hulu, none of that stuff?
No, just haven't gotten around to it.
We're going to Hulu ourselves right out of here. Yeah. Thank you, Scott St. James, for being here. Thank you, Paul Stern. Thanks to Tomas, who president of the buttons. Courtney Goodell, our executive producer. Check us out on our website, crntalk.com. Download the Cell app. Pound 250, hit send on your phone, say CRN Talk.
Thanks for the shirt.
CRN Digital Talk Radio prides itself on being the station of every situation. Of course, you can always listen live through your